Episode 5.
Wait, yeah, there we go. All right. All right, and go.
Action.
All right. Welcome to episode 5 of the Lounge Wire podcast episode, coming live to you, good old home.
Nothing like a Skype podcast. All right.
Yep, Skype podcast.
Coming to you from my art studio at home.
That's right. Right. So, I went on vacation recently.
Yeah, how was that? It was last week.
It wasn't bad. It was pretty good. It was kind of weird because a lot of people still not wearing masks, so that was kind of freaky because I don't know if they thought the riots was just because the riots were around that we no longer had coronavirus. I don't know. So that was kind of weird. But yeah, it was ass to the elbows down in Gatlinburg.
Oh, you're in Gatlinburg. So was there a lot of people protesting down there or whatnot, or?
No, there's a lot of people holding hands and giving high fives, and I'm like, hey, we have a virus, you know that? And they kind of looked at me like I was stupid because I had my mask on. But a couple of us had our mask on, of course, because we were just like kind of flabbergasted with all the people around and just them not wearing masks. I'm like, that's kind of weird. And it was crowded, yeah. So yeah. So be expecting for another spike, people. Yeah.
There's this guy, I don't know his name. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't direct you to his page because I have no idea what his name is. But he's in one of these Facebook groups I'm in. You might be in it too. I can't remember. But he went to a resort in San Diego, and it's costing $200 a night. And there's nobody there. It's just him and his family. So basically, he has the entire resort to himself for $200 a night because
in San Diego.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe that's what we need to do. We just go find a place where it's emptied out.
You might be onto something right there. Maybe we all do. But here's the thing: we all say that, and they're like, "Oh, there's 10 or 12 people, 13 people, 14 people here."
By the time we do it, everybody's caught on to it, so it doesn't even matter.
But that's a good idea, though. I mean, hey, you got your resort. But you know what? How fun would that be, though?
Well, if you're with your friends or your family or whatever.
Your friends, yeah, that's all right, I guess.
But yeah, if you just,
yeah,
if you're not with friends where you can just run around the whole place and do whatever you want, then it just kind of defeats the purpose.
I know.
I mean, I didn't know who the guy was with. He was just by himself, it looked like in the videos, but
that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I do have a special guest this week. My stepson came down, and I got a little, we're just hanging out, watching movies, and just chilling out, and just, having a good old time, I mean, but I was telling him about the vacation or the little trip to North Carolina, which cool I was in Bryson City. It's a small little town, just like tucked away in the mountains, it had like 5 miles away or 5 minutes away or something like that. There was this thing where you go rafting on top of this mountain, and you go all the way down the mountain. I thought that would have been pretty cool, but we never did. I think we were just pretty much hungover, too fucking hungover for it. To be honest with you.
So you guys did you guys go out every night you were there?
We went to a couple breweries. One's really nice that we went to. It was called I can't really remember what it was called. I mean, it had a nice tap room. I mean, it was really cool. It was like a little shack. Of course, everything down there looked like a shack. You know, everything down there it's all wooden and stuff.
Mountains.
But it was really cool. Yeah, and they got some cool pictures. Like elk. We saw some elk. Got pictures of elk. Pretty cool pictures of the mountains and scenes and stuff like that.
Right.
And I will pull those up in a second.
Gatlinburg, right? You were in like another city in North Carolina.
Right. We were outside. We were like it was like 30 minutes away, 35, 40 minutes away from Gatlinburg.
So when you say you went to the tap room and all that, it was like in that city where you were at. It wasn't actually in Gatlinburg.
Right. It was in that city. Yeah.
But it's similar to Gatlinburg, though, right?
Actually, no. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of like from Speedway. I don't know. I know nobody's gonna know this, but you will. It was like from like Speedway in Latonia to like the Shell station in Latonia. It was like little. It was like a little town. It was just a little brick buildings and stuff, like the tattoo places and stuff down in Latonia. It was just all in that little area. That's how big this little town was.
So is there like a lot of tourists that come there, or?
Yeah, actually they come there for the rafting.
Huh.
But they're like there's like no level 4s. There's level 2s and 3s. That's all there is.
Yeah, level 4 you have to have like a highly qualified instructor or whatever.
Right. I think I think West Virginia will have level 4s.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I don't think Tennessee. I don't think North Carolina has level 4s. I don't think.
Right, because if you've ever been through West Virginia before, it is steep ass mountains. So the water coming down out of the mountains are probably a lot more rapids and a lot faster than a lot more rock in the rivers, and makes it a level 4 and 5.
But I will say there's right beside that, right in the area where we're supposed to go from that mountaintop area and raft all the way down. There is like waterfalls around there.
Huh.
Which would have been really cool. Like I wanted to get some our buddy lives down there, Albert. He lives down there. Went with our other buddy Nate. We drove down there and we're there from Friday until I think we came back Monday. And there's some like rafting and just some rafting and kayaking and tubing and stuff. But it was cool. I got to gamble in a chair in an actual Indian reservation casino.
Huh. So there's an Indian reservation there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's called Cherokee.
That's different.
It's like a town of Cherokee. Yeah. And here's the thing, I mean, you talking about all the racism and stuff that's going on right now and stuff like that. It seems like I was talking to Albert how like the Indians, which rightfully so, they should be getting money in this way, this and that for free and things like that. There is a lot of stuff that they complain about so they can get the money. You know what I mean? I think some of them take advantage of it. Some of them don't. Most of them don't, but some of them take advantage. Some of them take advantage of this.
Right.
So I mean, I don't know who's right, who's wrong. Obviously, we're wrong because we took the land from them, and then just kind of like threw them out, ridiculous. But it was kind of a neat experience to go to the casino and stuff, and there was a lot of Indians. There was a lot of Indians. It was cool. Most of them, which is weird, which is something I don't understand. They do a sideshow on the side of the road for the white people to give them money. I don't understand that. They complain about us.
If you know as quite well as I do, everywhere you go where there's a tourism, there's a tourism trap, and that's just what that is. It's like, hey, come look at me, give me some money for performing for you. I mean, everywhere I went in Italy, you had to worry about gypsies. You had to worry about the Roman soldiers. You
Really?
know, they would borrow your camera to take a picture of you with them, but they wouldn't
Yeah.
give you the camera back until you paid them whatever they wanted, which was like 10 euro or whatever. 20 euro is fucking
Really?
ridiculous. And
That is
10,
crazy.
20 euro is a lot of money because at the time when I went, the euro was like I don't know how much more than it was a dollar. Like maybe almost 2 euro or $1 equaled 2 euro, or maybe I got that backwards. I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah.
If for every euro I spent almost $2 American. I
But
mean, it was so.
it was weird. That's like there is a gas station. Okay, so like you can't buy alcohol in the reserves. You can't buy any alcohol in the reserve. There's no alcohol in the reserve.
Now,
Like
how come you can't buy alcohol on the reserves?
I, on the Indian Reserve, I think it's just the law. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
That's so odd though. You think that if they have so many casinos and doing gambling,
Well,
reserves,
you're allowed drinking in the casino. I think that's the only place that you can
you have to
find
say
alcohol.
drinking and gambling seem to go hand in hand. You go to any casino, you got drinking.
Yeah.
I mean, they
Yeah.
give out free drinks for you to come gamble at places.
Right. Right. They want you to stay, so yeah, they're gonna give you those drinks. But there's that one gas station that's right outside. I mean, like literally right out. It's like you're at the stoplight, and if you turn right, I think it was you turn right across the bridge or whatever. If you when you cross the bridge, when you step your tire on the bridge, one tire on the bridge, you're on the reservation.
Right.
Right. So right outside the bridge to the reservation was this gas station, and their liquor sales have went through the roofs.
Imagine that.
Imagine it.
Yeah.
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 They make.
Those delivery drivers are constantly there all the time, probably.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They probably
Stop and
sell.
look for it off.
Well, Albert said, he's like that's the most they sell the most alcohol in this whole area. And I'm like, oh yeah. He's like, yeah, that's right outside the Indian reservation. And I was like, well, they hit the market right there. They, boom,
Yeah.
So I mean, wow. But no, it was cool.
That's cool. I'm glad you guys got to see the Indian reservation. I've never seen one of those before. I have to go check that out. I've been right through there too many times, and I've never seen it. So.
Well, I've got some pictures. That brings up an interesting fact. Obviously, I didn't take any pictures of Indians, but I did get some pictures of some pretty cool scenery pictures. That I thought. Let me see if I can pull that up and share my screen here.
While you're pulling that up and sharing your screen, just to kind of paint a picture for everybody, we live in northern Kentucky. Like literally, like I can drive outside my house 2 minutes. I'm in Cincinnati. I crossed a bridge across the Ohio River. So I live on the border. We live right on the border of Kentucky and Ohio, but nonetheless, we're in the Appalachian Mountain Range. So, a couple hours to our east, and we're in the mountains. And there's West Virginia, Virginia, Tennessee, North Carolina, Ohio. All those mountain states are right there. And if you're listening to this and you've never had a chance to go exploring some of these places, I'm telling you, give it a shot.
Am I sharing my
mountains
screen?
are fucking awesome. Yeah. I see the tap room.
Okay. So, of course, Brother Nate didn't know exactly what I was doing everything for. I was like, well, you're going to be on a podcast. I mean, this is the experience and this is what we talked about. So I was trying to do like I was going to do some kind of cool scene, but of course Nate was like, why are you taking a picture of a fan? I'm like, you don't understand. I was like, I'm trying to take a picture through the fan, to be honest with you, but that's what I got so far. So yeah, they had craft beers. I can't remember, like I said, I can't remember what this place was called, but really cool little area. Here's the tap room itself inside. Like I said, merchandise, and obviously they have taps on the wall, and good
Yeah,
stuff. It wasn't like
yeah,
I
your
had a couple.
typical
They had
1960s shade lamps hanging off from the ceiling, and
Yeah, I mean, the typical, and obviously everybody knows Angry Orchard's hard cider, and then there's some kind of homebrewed stuff here. I think I never heard of. I don't think I've ever heard of Burial Beer,
burial
French.
beer.
Yeah, Burial Beer.
Wow.
French Board River Beer, I guess. Blake's hard cider, which I think Blake is around here anyway. But of course, then they have they have 2 or 3 burial beers. And then of course they have the Sierra Nevada Nevada. Cool, not too bad. And of course here's these 2 knuckleheads. If you want to hear, there's Nate and Albert. I snapped this. I was like, yep. So they was not even paying attention to that. I was like, Chook. So watch out, people.
Yeah, I
I
haven't seen Albert in years and years.
Yeah, he's gotten a little heavy.
Hell, I really haven't seen Nate in years.
Yeah, I know. Actually, like I said, he's doing pretty good. He actually had 3 beers, and that was about it. He had one night of drinking, and I think he was hurting for the 2 days. He was like, "Yep." I was like, "That's because you don't drink. You haven't drank in like 3 months, dude." So I mean, he was not feeling very good. Yeah, But I'm glad he realized, like, ooh, I don't know. Yeah, glad he realized that. So, but that's that. And of course, there's a big ass fish. A lot of these places, obviously, mountain streams, things like that. Albert's a big fisherman, so there's a lot of fly fishing down there. So he's at home. He likes that. I think that's why he really, like, you asked me one time, why did he pick there? I think one thing is he picked there is because, that's his thing. So I'm like, whatever. But I like fishing. I mean, I can fish, but I mean.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy a kayak soon. Probably a sit on top for fishing. I might do that every once in a while.
That ain't bad.
I just like kayaking, really, but.
Yeah. No, that ain't bad. Ain't bad at all. Well, a lot of good food down there, I'm telling you. And then obviously here's a nice picture that I found. Was it this one? I think it was this one. There was like 3 or 4 of them that I took that had, like, you walked out. I mean, you walked out to like a deck area over the mountains.
Right.
So I got to take a picture of this. This is on the side of the North Carolina side. So there's that picture. Pretty cool. Mountains in the background, obviously. Probably do a lot of I can do a lot of things with this. I could probably take some mountains and put them in different transpose them in different other photos. It's probably what I'll end up doing. Here's a picture of a tree.
Oh.
Let's see if I can go through this real quick. Yeah. Oh, that one turned out blurry. A surprise there. I got some pictures. Oh, they're not blurry. It's just the fog. It's just the smoky mountains, smoky.
Right.
So I think that's what that is. This was the place where where Albert lives is the place. I forgot what it's called. It's known for like all the wrecks.
Huh.
It's like real curvy.
Well,
it's like the devil's. It's not like the devil's backbone. It's like it's really bad. It's known for the wrecks. So yeah.
The last time I was in that area in Gatlinburg specifically, we were driving out to go home. We'd been there for about 3 or 4 days. We were driving out to go home.
Yeah.
And we literally, as we got so far outside of Gatlinburg, we were driving through the forest fires that were heading that way that burned down all of Gatlinburg.
Oh yeah, he was telling me that. Yeah, he was telling me. I don't know if I have any pictures of that. I don't know if I do. There's a couple of them that you could go through and see where the trees is just now starting to grow.
Yeah, it's been a
I
couple of
mean,
years now,
it's
but
bare. It's bare. There's grass. There's grass that started sprouting up, but it's bare, pretty much bare. So yeah, the nice. Yeah, this area is where that you deck is. You walk out, and a couple of them I took a picture from my phone, which was really good. Of course, the iPhone 11 or whatever. It got some really good camera shots. Um,
did you get any pictures of that elk you said you saw?
Yeah, I like this picture. I like this picture. It's got the faded out, the blurred out leaves in the front.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got down in the.
You got a lot of nice line work though with the mountain ranges like that. Those are
Yeah, I
always
do like
photos
that.
to take.
Oh yeah, I mean, you can really see the like curves of the mountains really good, like the steeps and stuff. Um, that's kind of cool. I can't remember where this was. I took. I was like, oh, that's cool. I think I snapped it while I was driving. And then there you go. There's some overlooks.
So you had
That's
the
kind
elk.
of. Yeah, I'm trying to get to it.
Oh,
Yeah. There you go. There's some elk.
nice, tasty.
Yeah. There's trying to get to the one where it has the big fat one. There's one that was really huge. It's up closer. Um, yeah, I think this is it though. But that's it. I didn't see any bull. I think they're called bulls. The male elks were called bulls, I think, and
Right.
the females are called like just I don't know, just regular, I guess, regular female does or does, I guess. I'm assuming they're the same as they're kind of the same talk where it talks about deer. I guess it's kind of the same, but yeah, that's it. Oh, here's this cool flower. Oh, I think I showed you at one time about the cool flower that I found by my house one time.
Yeah, you showed me that one. That's pretty good though. That's still always a good photograph though.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah.
All right, so let's stop sharing. Yep, I guess I stopped sharing now. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I had a good time. I mean, I remember getting up. I mean, it was like asses to elbows, like during this. It's like nobody was on like the coronavirus kick down there. It's like nobody but besides the store people.
Well, everybody's been cramped in their living spaces for 3 months, and everybody's ready to get the hell out. I don't even have vacation plans for this summer, and I'm ready to go take a vacation. Oh man, I'm telling you what, I just would love to get out of here.
I'm I'm
But
I'm I'm ready to take a vacation from people.
yeah,
I mean,
I went kayaking last weekend. I don't have any photographs. My GoPro has taken a shit on me. It's done. I've only had it for maybe 5 years. It's
uh,
done.
oh
So I gotta get another camera. I have one on the way.
yeah,
But I don't have. I took my GoPro. I went to go take some photographs or take some video of it, and it wasn't happening. So, but we did go to this little creek, not too far from where we're at, about a half hour away, but it empties into the Ohio River. So it's by the Foster Dam. We kind of
nice.
kayaked. We kind of kayaked out onto the river, the Ohio River, a little bit. Got to see the dam like pretty close, and then we booked it back the other way, down the creek as far as we could go until. I mean, it was pretty big and wide, but it was about anywhere between, I don't know, a foot to 4 feet deep in places. Till finally we got to this point to where you couldn't go any further because it was just drying up. So it was just a dry bed.
Right.
But it's not a place where people go a lot. And so it was pretty awesome because there's a lot of wildlife around there. I mean, there's a lot of fish jumping in and out right beside your
I was
boat.
gonna say,
Yeah,
I was gonna say it's probably a lot of belt.
turtles constantly dipping in the water and getting away from you. I mean, there's all these turtles everywhere. And then
Nice.
and then there's a lot of I guess like blue heron, stopping and grabbing fish, and it was
Nice.
just crazy. It's just there were some people there fishing on the banks, but I mean, it's obviously not a very high traffic place.
Right.
So wouldn't mind going back there really, just to get some good photographs and stuff. I bet there's probably a lot of snakes and stuff somewhere around there.
Is it not? Is it? Where was it at? Was it around Wilder?
It's past Wilder. It's down Route 8. You know where the Foster Dam is?
Yeah.
It was about, I don't know, maybe a quarter of a mile past it, maybe.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going kayaking this Saturday, so hopefully on the next episode of this podcast, I'll have some good video and some good photos for you guys. I ordered a new camera, so hopefully I get it before we go on this little excursion.
I hope you do.
Yeah, because if we do,
I'm excited.
I'll put some stuff up here on this podcast. Hopefully we get. Yeah. We're going to a new place too. We have never been to kayaking at this place before. It's up in Cincinnati.
Yeah, has Andrew went before?
Yeah, he's been kayaking. He likes it.
Oh,
he thinks it's pretty fun.
Has he done it by himself though?
Not by himself. No, I go with his dad, I guess, or I don't know, somebody on that side. So I don't know what they did. But
do it by himself. I'm gonna let Eli do it by himself.
Oh yeah, you mean like in a kayak? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think that's all you can do. I don't think they're renting canoes right now. I think they're only renting kayaks. Social distancing. So
I'm doing a one person for him and I'm doing one person for me, so we're both getting kayaks. He's never done it before, so I'm just gonna have to watch him, Yeah,
it won't be that bad. We'll all be there, so.
Yeah. No, don't give you life jackets. I told him. I said everything will be safe, man.
As long as he doesn't go into it super scared, he'll be fine. Freaking out might be a different story.
He's not scared. He's the least scared person. He is not.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He wants to go in. He wants to go in the military, so he's not a scared person. I mean, he might be a little bit at first, but once he gets in it, he'll know. He'll be like, "Oh, this ain't nothing." I told him. I said it's usually about waist deep. It's not like really deep.
Yeah, so. Well, it's going to be on the Little Miami River, so I don't know how deep that is. I'm sure it's not.
I'm sure it's not that deep.
That
either.
bad,
Yeah, I'm sure it's not. And like you said, we're all there. Nothing's gonna happen to them. And I want Andrew to do it by himself too. I want Andrew. I mean, Andrew's old enough. They're all old enough to do it by themselves.
We have to because of social distancing. They won't let us do anything else.
Right.
You have to get a kayak. It's $35 a person.
I read these rules on these others canoe places, and they're like 13. You have to be 13. Well, Eli's 14. He's gonna be a 15. So is Andrew. So I'm like
14 too. So he'll be fine. But
yeah, they'll be good. They'll be good.
Baseball talk here. Yes, baseball. You heard it, folks. I do want to say, this past week I haven't listened to a whole lot of music. I've listened to some, but not a whole lot. I've gotten into Alice in Chains a little bit, but I did pull out, however, I did get into some Exodus, some like old school Bonded by Blood, first album, like early 80s.
Oh, wow.
80s.
Wow.
I listened to a little bit of that. Yeah. Whew, I haven't listened to that in so fucking long.
I listened to Ministry the other day.
Ministry, there's a band right there. There's a guy, Al Jurgensen.
That's an old band, man.
That guy's fucking nuts.
Oh yeah, he is.
He's definitely lived that rock and roll life.
Yeah, and you can tell too.
Huh?
And you can tell too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, he's surprised his wheels haven't fallen off yet.
Oh, they have long time ago.
But man, that guy's been around forever doing that shit though. I remember when I seen a lot of Lollipop Lustkill opening up for them. Such a great fucking show. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Was such a great fucking band. And then they just
would be a good band. Couple awesome bands right there.
Lollipop
couple awesome bands.
I was looking so forward to hearing what their future was gonna sound like, man, and they did one album and they cut out. They were done. Like shit.
Oh,
Great fucking band.
I have a feeling that they were doing their own thing though. I have a feeling that they wanted to be big and they didn't really know how they were going to do, and it turns out to be awesome. And I don't think they like corporate, and and that's just how bands are, man.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of turmoil they had, but
I don't know how. I mean, they had like potential enough to be on a big major label though.
They certainly were different.
So, yeah.
Really
and
good.
and
Really good
once
band.
and once that happens, corporate sinks their teeth into you, and they just tear bands apart, man.
Yeah.
Back then anyway. Back then anyway. I don't know how it is now, but I mean, they just tear bands apart, dude. Testament's another good band.
Yeah, Testament. I've seen them quite a few times. They're always
Well,
really good.
I went to go see him in West Virginia somewhere. It was
I
in the
remember you
March.
and John Rodimer went.
Oh my God, we drove up
Yeah.
there and just to cancel the show.
I seen them open up for Cannibal Corpse one time at Annie's, and then just recently, you and I saw them opening up
Yep.
for like Behemoth and
Yeah,
Lamb
it
of
was
God, and
who
Slayer.
was it? It was
The
yeah,
last
there was Slayer. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was what was it?
Yes.
Slayer. Was it Lamb of God? Wasn't
Yeah.
it Lamb of God too?
Yeah, they were there.
Yeah, Lamb of God, Slayer. I don't know who else. It was a few bands. It was quite a few bands.
Yeah, it was a handful. It was a pretty good show.
I really like Anthrax.
Oh, that was a great fucking show. Seeing them live.
Yeah.
They played a bunch of old school shit too. It was great. Great show.
It's sad that you have to wait till you get older to see Anthrax
I
and
know.
stuff. I'm like, I would love to see like Caught in the Mosh like back in the day and stuff like that.
Right.
Oh Lord. Yeah.
All right. Should be sharing screen. Am I sharing screen?
Are you sharing the screen? You are not sharing the screen yet. It's black. Hold on. It's coming through.
And now.
And go.
How about now? Now? Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Now.
All right. Awesome. So we miss Major League Baseball this summer. That's
Definitely.
really fucking bitmap. Jesus Christ.
That's all right.
I don't think it's meant to be that big.
Nah.
Yeah, there we go.
No, I don't think it's be that big. That's okay.
Got all this shit over here on my computer. Just ignore that stuff.
Yeah. I like it.
So we did a logo. It's on our Instagram page. It's going to go up on the Facebook page that Mr. Matt here is going to create soon.
Yes.
Just to kind of like, it's an alternate logo. Looks like, it's Major League Podcasting.
Oh yeah.
Major League Loungewire. So we're doing that.
Major League.
We'll put it up on Instagram. Like I said, he'll put it up on Facebook. But it's just an alternate logo. We threw it together.
If the Corona keeps on going, I'm gonna have to do this for NFL.
Yeah, I know that'll be next, man. The NFL.
It'll be national. It would be National Loungewire. It'd be NLW.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing so we can stop looking at all the fucking files on my computer. I need to clean that shit up. But anyway,
Yeah, it was good.
In honor of Major League Baseball, because they keep talking about how they're gonna shorten the seasons. They'll do it, and then you keep hearing different things. And we live like maybe 5 to 7 minutes away from Great American Ballpark where our team, the Reds, play, and we go. I usually go to games all summer. I haven't been to game last summer, I don't think, but usually every summer we go to something.
I was just hearing something about this up there when I was at Alberts in North Carolina about Major League Baseball. I can't remember what it was though. So.
Well, I've heard
know.
like what is it? How many? 80, like an 80 game season, and then I heard it's shortened again to like a 60 game season. Then
I heard a 50 game season.
Yeah, I've heard that, and then I've heard that they're still not even sure they're even going to have a season. There's also a big debate about payers play.
Well, here's the thing.
They're not going to pay them for the full amount, which
we are in. Next year, okay, so next year, at the end of next year, we hit arbitration.
Right.
So, and you know what that means? Arbitration usually comes with like a strike or something. I hope not, because I think that'll destroy baseball.
Do you think like with the league, like the whole, like the player, baseball players union?
Yeah. Yep. because like, look, if we don't play, okay, we went at the beginning from a decrease in salary, cut in salary, because they're not playing their games, we went from, now we're talking, at one time they were talking about doing another one. I'm like, well, and then the players and everybody was like, no, we can't do that. So that settled. They're not going to do any more, deductions from salary, cutting anybody's salary anymore. Then they went from this talking about this 80 games to like a 50 game season, until then I heard there might not be any. Well, if we do that, it's not hurting us if they don't, if they do a short season, it's not going to hurt baseball. But if they don't do a season, it will start hurting a little bit, I think. Mm-hmm. And if the arbitration next year, we're going from no baseball right now, we're going for maybe
right,
to like next year, arbitration year. Arbitration year usually brings on some kind of stupid strike. If we go on a stupid strike, baseball might not gain anything anymore. It might lose a lot. It's gonna lose a lot, but if they do that, if they do a player strike and all that stuff, then that's gonna suck. I don't know what I would do if I couldn't see baseball on my TV. Or I couldn't get my baseball scores on my phone.
I like baseball. I grew up playing baseball a lot. I just like going to the ballpark. It's always a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We're lucky enough to have a major team right by us, so we can go to games anytime we want. Season. And
well, if they do the arbitration thing, then they can bring in the scabs. But here's the thing: if they bring in the scabs, the like minors and stuff like that to play the baseball for the season, if they do, how good are they going to be? Because no minor league team can play this year. They shut them all down. There's no minor league team at all. Yeah. So how good are they going to actually be?
Yeah, it's all about money too, which sucks. It's
all political. It's all crap. I think it's trash. Let the players play, dude. If you don't play and it hurts baseball, that's gonna suck. That's where everything's.
Well, it just sucks because people say that players are greedy because they make millions of dollars. True, they do, and that is kind of greedy. But it's like, well, they want their cut because the owners make a lot more money, and baseball makes even more money. So it's like, yeah, you gotta share the wealth a little bit. And I think that I don't know. Everybody's hurting right now, man. I just got an alert on my phone about how let's see what it says here. Pandemic is far from over. Experts warn a second shutdown over coronavirus could be worse than the first. Here's how to prevent it. And then there's a whole news article. I'm not going to read from it, but you get the point. Is it's just this whole thing is just really fucking everybody. Yeah. It sucks. What are you gonna do?
It's terrible.
Like we were talking about earlier, we have to go out and get stuff done. All our kayaking, if they're gonna open up baseball season, I'm gonna go to a couple games just to before it all goes away again for a while. I mean, I don't know. We're just out here podcasting and doing all the stuff that we, to get us by, and baseball should be the least thing we should worry about. But at the same time, it's our American pastime sport, so I'm gonna do a little logo work around it and some design work just for fun, so you guys can put that up.
It's 9 o'clock.
Oh, it's 9 o'clock. I got alarms going off everywhere.
Holy cow! There's a lot of alarms going off.
So we're gonna do some alternate logos every once in a while just for fun, but we have our main logo. And again, if you have not gone to Instagram to follow us there, we are LoungeWire20. Go look for us. I believe We're gonna have a Facebook up soon here too.
We are gonna have a Facebook up within the next day or so.
Yeah, I think that'll be Loungewire 20 as well. So we'll let you know, we'll update you guys when we get this stuff going. So
absolutely.
Creating this entire podcast on the go as we're podcasting. Branding, like you've seen us creating a logo in the past 2 or 3 episodes. We worked on that a little bit. We put an Instagram. I literally created an Instagram account while we were sitting here podcasting. So it's just, I don't know, just something fun to do and be ourselves.
Oh my gosh. So
safely social distancing while we're podcasting. On that note, we're gonna say I got the alternate logo for baseball, and we may create some more alternate logos around baseball. Who knows? So I want to move into a little bit of art talk now, a little bit of design and art talk, since that's one of the things this podcast is about. And we're going to start getting into this a little bit more. We want to feature other people too, and talk about other people and get special guests on here. But we're doing this on the fly. So as we get better at it, we learn more stuff. We'll be able to get people to come on or show their work or whatnot, however that's going to work. But for now, we're going to definitely feature some of our work. Cheers.
Cheers.
Now we're going to talk about a little bit of art in this podcast, art and design. Yeah. That's what we do. Yes. Part of what we do, music and other random shit too. But so we want to promote other artists and put them on here, and we're kind of new at the podcasting still. We're still this thing is still in its infancy. So we're going to learn the rules, I guess. I don't know what YouTube will let us put on here and whatnot, so we'll find stuff out as we go. But, we'll look it up too or whatever. But we try to put other people's stuff on here through Instagram, just kind of show what inspires us. But nonetheless, even though whether we can or can't put other people on here, and we try to get special guests too, but we're going to have our stuff on here as much as we can. And we're starting a line, like a t-shirt line. We're going to start doing t-shirt design. And we're going to start creating. We may even create some of that stuff live here on the podcast so that you guys can see it being created and designed. Some of it maybe not, I don't know. But nonetheless, we're going to show off the work that we do. And we're going to try to promote it. So if you guys are interested in buying, any of the t-shirts that we design, or any of our artwork that we do, period, we're going to put it for sale, or we'll let you know if it is. Ideally, we're going to try to make a website, and where you can go to purchase all the stuff and view it all and whatnot. So the idea is a good design on a t-shirt for, a decent price. I don't know what that's going to look like yet, but hopefully in the podcast, the coming episodes, we'll be able to start working on some of this t-shirt design stuff for you guys. So the Roundtree line of t-shirt design.
Definitely. Yeah. I'm do some space scenes, do some space scenes podcast style. Space scenes podcast style t-shirt design. I think that'd be cool.
I think so too. I
got definitely gonna do the octopus.
Yeah, I have some ideas. I think I don't know. I may have mentioned this before in some other episode. I don't know if I have or not. So if I'm repeating myself a little bit, I'm sorry. But I like to do my style is a little bit abstract and mechanical. So I will definitely do some design and some t-shirt design around that as well. But I have an idea for like an alien t-shirt design, like aliens. I'm afraid to do it though. I don't know if I'm going to do it yet or not, because I feel like there's a lot of alien design stuff out there. I don't in a sea of alien designs being printed on a t-shirt. What do you think?
Well, I think if you make the alien kind of like bluish looking, or even kind of like a soft red, kind of like a little bit different than a lot of other alien things you see. I think you might be onto something. You know.
Well,
Um,
here's what
personally.
here's what my idea is so far is. You ever seen like those old? I can't remember what the fucking movie is now or a TV show. Maybe you remember V?
Yes. Yes.
That, and do you remember
Yes.
what's that movie called? They Live Among Us.
Oh
Like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
just you can see
With Roddy Ronnie Pipe.
yeah, Roddy Pipe.
Yeah, with the glasses.
Uh,
You have to see him with the glasses.
right. I
The
just want
glasses let you
like
see him.
I wanted to do like an alien design, like just an alien, like a simple alien head. Obviously, it's simple, but with like a business suit on, like carrying a briefcase, like he's just going to work. You know what I mean? Just
But
stupid, silly shit. I don't know. I don't
remember,
know.
but they're aliens. Remember when you put the glasses on? They look like zombies a little bit, like not with the blood
Yeah.
and everything, but they look like more like zombies. Like you take the blood off and everything, you just got the big eyes, and it's just weird
Oh,
looking,
yeah. It was like what 70s, 80s
Yeah.
B movie graphics,
Oh
basically.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Because it's a B movie. I think it was back then. Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it certainly is a cult classic now.
It definitely is. It definitely is. Um, Speaking of cult classics, do like an do like a do like an Ash, the podcast with the
That'd be
mic.
interesting. There
That
probably
would
is
be
something like that. I'm sure.
probably, probably.
Somebody with a
Uh,
chainsaw microphone.
yeah, there you go. Chainsaw microphone. He's got an axe microphone.
So yeah, there's the alien in a business suit that's briefcase. He's just going to work like a simple person does. Um, I even thought about making them with like mask on, like covering up their mouth and nose because they don't want to get the virus.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna think about doing like an octopus with the mic, with the podcast mic,
There you go.
you know.
There
'Cause
we go. We could
I'm really into this
we
pot
could
this,
do
this
we could
stuff.
do a collaboration design where the alien and the octopus are
There you go.
phone and they're podcasting about this shit going on around Earth right now. Like, look at these fucking
There you
idiots.
go.
They're really baseball and shit. They don't fucking realize this is a goddamn
I think
virus.
oh my god, that would be awesome.
That'd be hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
dude,
yeah,
like yeah.
I want
I
to do
was
some.
thinking,
I want to do some t-shirt
well,
design and put a catalog out there on our website. So we're gonna get that going here soon.
well, I was thinking about like taking those mountains. You see those mountains from the pictures that I showed you? I was thinking about like taking those mountains and making like the mountains. It's an octopus laying there, and you see all the octopus arms, but they're mountains. You know what I mean?
You can make like the mountain shape, like the tentacles up into the mountain shapes, and make the octopus fade into the sky. Like you almost can't tell it's an octopus. It looks like mountains.
Yep.
If you look real close,
Yep.
it's an octopus.
Yep.
That'd be interesting.
Yep. That would be interesting. Put like just put like a few quite a few trees around the tentacles and stuff.
Yeah.
Like on the arms and stuff of the octopus.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I think that would be interesting. Yeah, I think that would be interesting. But do like the trees in the distance, like kind of like a bluish tint, where like it is blue and it fades into green.
Yeah. So we start the Reed Roundtree line of design, and we'll have t-shirts. We'll hopefully have this website up and going by the end of summer. Maybe even before then. Then we'll have we'll have a catalog of some t-shirt designs to put on there, and then we'll do the bourbon barrel tops that we want to do too. Put some of them on there.
Oh yeah.
If people want to buy some of the stuff that we create out of the bourbon barrel tops, we can put that up.
So you got any photos, man?
Yeah, I do. Let's take a look at some photos here. I
All
found
right.
my old. I was on Guru for a long time, you know that, and then
Yep.
I finally found those photos. I picked three. I'm going to show you guys, and then maybe I'll pick three more for the next podcast. But these are some of my. Before we get into them, these are some of my photographs. That these are all at least a year or so older. Most of them are even older than that. Um, I try. I like to do the podcast about my art and your art. The reason why is because I try to get people to think, or not necessarily think, but understand the way I'm thinking. My way of designing and doing art, you know, and whatnot. It's very unorthodox for the most part. I think, you know, and growing up. I never really put myself out there with artwork and stuff very much because I always thought, you know, unorthodox stuff that I do was that's against the rules. You got to be careful. I don't want to do that. And
I
but
know.
you know, the older I get, the more I realize that the unorthodox way sometimes that's just who you are. It's your style. So I like to show this artwork here. I'll show these photos I got. Some of them are pretty old. Some of them are kind of newer. I'll share a couple, two or three every podcast episode, so I don't have any more. This is kind of like I'm pulling this out of my portfolio, basically. And I found my old stuff. Um, see, I'm sharing, so I'm waiting for it to pop up here. So you seeing it?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so this is the first photo that I want to talk about. This is a photograph taken through the blinds of a window. Some trees outside. I think it caught the magenta a lot near the bottom of the trees where the trees are. It caught the magenta. I guess the way the rays of the sun were hitting it. Um, like I said, I do a lot of stuff that's kind of unorthodox, interesting, and I usually turn it into something even more interesting if I can. I'm always thinking differently, and I'm thinking like, even though this is a cool photograph, I think it's cool, but when I took this, I guarantee you, I was thinking something totally different. Like, you know, not a good photograph, but maybe a good drawing or something. Or and then you and I were discussing this the other day in this photograph that
Mm-hmm.
um, you gave me an idea to screen print this. Like I could screen print this, and I could turn all the color of the leaves and the tree and all that into halftone dots, and then these blinds I could keep them as a flat color.
Yeah.
It would just automatically make people. It would break it up into pieces for people
It
automatically.
definitely would definitely break it up, you know. Or I also too think that even if you wanted to, you can do the halftones in the through the window, through the
Right.
blinds, do the halftones through the blinds, and or you can do one with the blinds being halftones.
Yeah, there you go. That's true as well.
That would be interesting as well.
I feel
You
like
know,
though,
I think either one would work.
either one would work, but I feel like it's going to be easier to screen print with the leaves and the tree and the halftones
Yeah.
because there's
Yeah.
just so many tones throughout that.
There is a lot of tones through
Yeah, I'd
there.
have to all
You
flat
know,
color.
yeah.
It'd be interesting to do a reverse print, like do a print the original way, like I said, with the
Yeah.
color, all the color in between the blinds being halftones and blinds just being one flat color, and do a
Yeah.
reverse
I
halftone
almost think
halftone
this
and
could be
blinds.
like the image you see on a poster, you
Yeah.
know? Like or maybe the poster itself.
Well,
This would be the poster itself.
it's funny to mention that because I was thinking that too. If
Yeah.
I could halftone all the color, halftone dots on all the color, and then keep the
Yeah.
blinds a flat color,
Yeah.
I could probably put type in there.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because
Advertise something.
well, you're the blinds is your straight line, make your line visible for type. You know
Right.
what I mean? And then you can just really pop it out. I think you could do like a three type would work. I think that would be cool. Definitely. I mean, man, I dig it. You know, I could see this as a back piece of a shirt too.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
like
and
like actual back.
to clarify, when I say print, I mean making prints like on paper too, not necessarily on a shirt.
Right,
Uh,
right,
you
right,
can
right.
make the shirt if you want, but like this is a print, something I put into. I have to get some photos like on the next episode or two of some of my screen prints I've done on paper.
Yeah.
The series that I did with one of my professors in college, all
Gotta
the
do Bailey.
class
Show Bailey.
did a series of screen prints under one title. It was really cool.
Yeah.
So,
You can show
anyway,
Bailey on there.
what's that?
Show Bailey on there.
Yeah,
the one that we did, the one that you did.
one of the most recent screen prints I did on paper, and it's been a little while now, so I haven't done any screen printing in a while. I need to get to it.
Well, Bailey memory, you could put that on the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's in digital form then.
All right, so I'm gonna move on to my next photograph that I want to show everybody here. This is the band Mastodon over here in Cincinnati in Riverbend. I was watching them live just a couple of years ago, I think now. It's kind of bitmap. It's not exactly the perfect photograph. Even the composition's not the perfect composition. But I like black and white photography. I always have. Even though I'm getting into color photography a little more lately, I still have this special place in my heart for black and whites. And I think what I like about this one so much is there's so much black, which makes anything that's white or any kind of gray that's in between black and white on the scale, it just makes it pop so much because there's so much contrast because there's not as much of it versus the black. Right. So I just like that black and white.
I almost think on this one, this would be interesting too. See that one behind the bass and the guitar player?
Yeah.
See that one square that looks like it almost, because the photos are black and white, it almost looks like a space photo behind them, and on that big I guess maybe a banner thing or whatever they got going on back there. You can make that a halftone. That'd be kind of cool. You can make it a colored halftone. Yeah. Like a blue and purple or something. Something like a soft blue or purple or something, like a soft color.
Right.
That'd be kind of interesting, because that would definitely draw your attention more to them playing.
Yeah. Well, this is one of my favorite bands. So I snapped this picture. I didn't take a lot of photographs because
they're a good band. Man.
Yeah, I was there more to watch than I was to take photographs, but I had to get at least a couple good ones, and I got this one, and it's, like I said, I like black and white a lot, so this is to me, this is where it's at. As far as having a lot, I usually always like my photographs to be heavy black or heavy white, because everything in between just pops a lot because there's a lot of contrast.
I do too. That's an interesting That's an interesting thing that you said. I do too. I like. There's a lot of grays that I like, but when you get a good black, a real heavy black and white, that just makes it all better. If you can control the black and white to where it's like really deep, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a really good picture. I like it.
Yeah, there's just some photographs that aren't meant to be black and white, and there's just some that are. No. And there's some that are in between, and I feel like this is one of those photographs that's just meant to be black and white right now.
But this looks like something that can be in a magazine article, Yeah, Mastodon.
It's meant to be a smaller photograph, but
right.
I blew it up so we can not look at all the files on my desktop.
I kind of like it blown up though.
What?
I kind of like it blown up. This looks like maybe you throw it on somebody's wall,
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a good photo.
So I'll show one more, and then this is, speaking of baseball, our hometown of Covington / Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I get another black and white by me. This time
this would be good blown up too.
Yeah, this time I left all the reds red though, red or orange. I guess the bricks are kind of reddish orange, but I tried to have the buildings create this, this frame to emphasize the stadium as my focal point. I feel like there's too many grays though, like the stadium doesn't stick out well enough. I don't know. This is one of those things where it's like, it's a good photograph, I had the right idea at the right time. But looking at it now, there's things I would do to it now that I didn't do then, and I should have done. But
Do you think you might want to play around with this, but do you? Because I like this photo. It's going somewhere. I really like it. I really do. I really dig this photo. Do you think that maybe if you couple those trees, you see a couple of those bush trees, I guess. See that line of bush trees right there through there?
like right here, like
Yeah.
little stadium. Yeah, okay.
Do you think if you added like some kind of like green overlay on those trees, it would pop the red out more in the background than the bleachers?
Maybe that's where I have a lot of issues trying to figure out what to do because I'm trying to just stick with like reds and oranges.
Well,
But,
I mean,
in order to make that stadium stick out more and become emphasized more, I don't know what I'm going to do yet because
well,
it just
well,
blends in.
even if you don't do all the green tint, like if you did a green tint over the trees, but if you didn't do all the green tint over the trees, maybe you do the green tint to where up to the red, like just at the beginning, like up to the red.
Or here's an idea:
Like just do a few of them, or something.
everything below this brick wall, this building, and in the
Yeah,
stadium, I'll put color tints over them, but everything in the background just stays black and white.
that would be, that'd be cool.
I feel
That'd
like
be
I need a
cool.
different approach to emphasize the stadium more. And
Yeah, yeah.
more.
I really do think you got something going on though. Yeah, definitely.
So,
Um, Man, I don't know. Let's see. I looked at this picture the other day, and I was like, I was just looking at it. I was like,
yeah, I don't know. I have to think of something.
what,
What you know what I
what
can
about?
do is we're talking about what to do on this podcast of some of these photographs. We'll have to actually try to work on them and come back in a couple episodes and see what they look like then versus now.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
There you go.
I don't know. But that's 3 photographs I picked to look at today. I got some more we can look at another time, but
Yeah, I got a few. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I really like that photo.
So I'll go ahead and stop sharing. We can move
All
on.
right. Yep. We're
So
getting ready to wrap it up anyway.
yeah, that's some of my photography out of my portfolio so far. I got some other
Oh
stuff
yeah.
to show you guys, but
Yeah.
um,
So
so here's the questionable part of the podcast that I wanted to kind of do. We kind of did last episode too. I don't know if we're gonna get in trouble for it or not or get kicked off. We'll find out. But we kind of found that tape artist on Instagram. We started looking at his work and kind of critiquing it and telling him, we were obviously it was all good stuff because we were really intrigued by his
yeah,
work. Fucking
I thought it
amazing.
was awesome. Yeah.
Um, so I like to start doing that a little more often. Just go randomly through Instagram and some social media. Just try to find artists and just try to look at their work
Yeah.
and find something you like and just holy shit, be amazed by it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. Do you want to go to Instagram or do you want me to pull up Instagram?
You can pull up Instagram.
Or Instagram, huh?
You can pull up Instagram.
All right, I'll pull up Loungewire's Instagram and then we'll I don't know, we'll just kind of randomly try to find somebody.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so hold on, I'm just trying to get it up here. I have to edit some of this out a little bit, some dead
No,
space.
you're fine. You're fine.
Oh shit, it's already logged in. Sweet, even better. All right, so I'll go ahead and share real quick so you can see. All right, you looking at it?
Yeah.
See Instagram pulled up on your screen, or my screen pulled up on your screen?
I don't see it yet.
Huh?
I don't see it yet. I've got a name that I want you to pull up on the Instagram to see if they have an Instagram page.
All right, are you able to see my screen yet?
No, it's black.
Still?
Yeah, I see it now.
Oh, okay. All right, so we're on Instagram, the Loungewire Instagram, and I want to pull up some random artists to look at their work and to be fucking amazed. So,
Yep.
all right, Matt,
Okay.
go ahead and shoot a name out there for me.
Shoot a name out there. It's Victor Poznov. V-I-K.
Knob. How do you
What?
That?
No, that's Victor. That's V-I-K. V-I-K.
I-K.
T-O-R.
K-T-O.
No, and I didn't say hobnob.
What'd you say?
P-O-S.
Piece of
N-O-
shit. What is it?
N-O-V. N-O-V.
N-O-V. This guy right here?
I think so. Maybe so. He is a local Cincinnati artist.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, even better.
So let's check this out.
Let's check his work out. Looks like
he's got some photos.
Yeah, it looks like he works in photography, which is not bad. I like photography.
Not bad. I love it. I love that one. That one, the top right. I love that.
Well, let's see here. Travels to the Wilderness. You can find my latest videos on my YouTube page. He does videos too, apparently, I guess.
Okay.
So what the fuck is this?
Okay. I got a whole list of these. Ooh, that's neat.
Well, we'll do one guy. We'll do one person at a time.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll come
forever.
back to another set. Yeah. Scroll down, see what he's got. See what else
scroll down. He's got some really good photography. But this guy, this is a person that travels all over the fucking place. So if I traveled all over the place, I'd have a lot of fucking photographs too.
Yeah, I mean we all have awesome photos. Yeah.
I do take photographs when I go places, but
yeah, but I don't get up in the morning and take Smoky Mountain. There he is like that. Yeah. But maybe I should. What the hell is that?
Yeah, if he's local, man, it'd be awesome to have him on one time. Just pick his brain and see what kind of camera he's using and what his technique is. And
yeah, I gotta put this down.
When it comes to color photography, this right here, that is fucking amazing. Look at that.
That is cool as shit.
Peaceful farming on the islands of West Ireland. Holy shit.
That's great.
See, I never would have known that West Ireland has that many fucking islands.
Holy cow, that's a lot of islands.
It's all farms.
It's all farms, yeah. It's all farms. That's crazy. That's insane.
What if he's just using a drone, or if he's got he's up in a helicopter or something, or?
It's possible. It's drones possible. I've got a drone. We've got a drone.
Yeah, we need to use that, by the way. But that looks awfully high for a drone, don't you think? Or is that?
No, that's right? That might. You know what? That might be out of a plane. That might be out of a plane. That's pretty high
for a drone, but I could be wrong. I don't have a lot of drone experience.
Yeah, that's pretty high for a drone, though. Huh. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is colored photography right there at the best.
Yeah, that's really good. See, I like to take photographs with, whatever the natural color is that sticks out the most and try to make it pop. Obviously, it's like a greenish blue, whatever you want to call that, turquoise, or... There's a mix of all kinds of greens and blues.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could really make
turquoise.
that pop. Now, look at this. fisheye effect.
like.
It's really good.
He's got the eye effect. He's got the fish eye. I like it.
So that's really good. That's probably some of my. I like a lot of his photographs, but that's probably my favorite so far. Because I never even see. I learned something new about geography here. I didn't even know Ireland had that
Yeah, I know.
many islands going on around it,
Yeah, I know.
and then they're all farmland. That's what's really crazy. What's this?
Oh, that's cool. It's the shore.
Yeah. Huh.
Shoreline. Mountain. That's got to be from a satellite.
Well, I think this is like the ridge here. It's a huge
Yeah.
cliff down to the sea. I think
Yeah, it is.
this is really hard to tell, but
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
it's
Though I
almost
think
like
that's what it is.
abstract.
You
It's
got your mountains.
almost like abstract art.
Yeah. Yeah. That's really cool though.
Some really good line work in this one.
I remember this guy,
Art.
Victor Poznov. I guess that's how you say his name. I don't know. But I'm going to reach out to him.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. This is what I'm talking about right here. You just find a spot with a bunch of old shit in it, and you just take a photograph of it. All these rust barrels. That rust is good color, man. That's a good color in your photograph.
Oh, that rust is great color. How in the world were they all sitting in one area?
Old buildings and old steel and all that shit. I love that.
Cool. I like that. I like that.
Airfield, which have been abandoned after Second World War. Oh, interesting. So it's got some history behind it.
That's cool. That's cool though. I like it.
Yeah, I love that. That's some really good stuff right there.
That's a good photo.
Look at that. It's like barrels out in the pasture. They're just grazing.
Yeah, they're grazing barrels.
Oh man, look at that. Jesus Christ. The old truck, man. That's fucking awesome. That's what I'm about.
Yep. Yeah, he's got some good stuff, man. What is that?
Which one?
Is that fish carcass? Is that fish carcass?
Where?
Back. Oh, there's a little castle. I guess it's a castle. Yeah, it's a castle.
This one here?
Yeah.
A lot of mountains.
Oh yeah.
Really good photographs. I like this here. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know, a lot of good photography is also about just having good timing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he probably woke up like ass cracking on.
Well,
went out there and be like, "Oh, this is cool."
I'm willing to bet that a guy like this that takes all these kinds of these really good photographs like this, he knows when the best time of day is for certain things. You know what I mean? When he sees it.
No, yeah.
So he probably has to sit and wait. You know, it's like he just lies and waits until he knows the right time.
This is a guy right here. This Victor Poznov. This guy right here he's been around a while, I guess. He knows what time of day you need to go get the early bird gets the worm, you know. I mean that's cool. I mean that right there is cool as hell. It looks like a cloud, but it's all like it's ice and clouds. I think.
Oh, there's the castle we were talking about. I was wondering where the castle was.
Oh, up. I think it was up. I think you gotta scroll up to get it.
This one here?
Yeah, that one. It was like ruins of a castle.
Yeah.
Look at that fishing boat out there, though. That's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how many posts he's got, but Certainly quite a bit of really good photography here.
Oh yeah, we
When I
need.
scroll
You know
down, it
what?
jumps up.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Oh, look at this. This is really cool.
We need to save this for a day job.
Video. We won't
Yeah.
watch the video, but I have to come back here and look some more later on.
Yep. We need to save that for a day job.
Yeah, really.
You know, that's
Oh, here we go.
that's pretty. That's pretty cool photos,
It
man.
looks like a bunch of old boats. Yeah, there we go. The old shit, man. That's what I like.
I don't see nothing. It's blank.
Huh?
I don't see nothing. It's blank.
What? Sharing screen?
What your screen is? Your screen's blank.
Oh,
Your screen. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. So that's going to be our featured artist for this podcast.
Yeah, Victor Poznov.
Victor
I guess
Poznov.
I guess I'm saying it right. I hope so.
633 posts.
I need to check that guy out. We need to follow that guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, he's certainly.
So, all right.
All right,
So,
man.
that's our feature artist of this podcast.
And it's about that time of the podcast where I'm almost done with this beer, so we're almost done with this podcast.
Yep, I'm done. As I once said, if Nikki Sixx can survive the 80s, you sure can survive the coronavirus.
Peace.
Peace.
All right. We're done.
We are done.
Huh?